We all want to ensure that our installations are clean, correct, and most importantly, give our customers the top-notch service they're expecting and paying for. Our QA process is part of delivering that service to our customers, making sure that all installations performed are 100% correct, with as few failure points as possible. As we evaluated the QA process, we wanted to clarify misconceptions about barrel placement at the ODU. In most cases, a barrel should not need to be installed at an ODU. Too often, barrel connections are left loose or not placed at the top of the service loop, potentially allowing water to seep into the connection and cause service issues. For those reasons, we're clarifying operational standards. Barrels should only be used at the ODU in the following situations. If the ODU is in an existing slimline ODU with nut and bolt L&B attachment, and the ground block is further than 20 feet away, barrels may be installed at the top of the ODU service loop. Also, if the ground block is further than 20 feet away and the KA L&B cannot safely be reached without turning the ODU, barrels may be installed at the top of the ODU service loop. Just be sure to weatherproof and torque that connection. If neither of these situations exist, then you should be able to realign and peak the ODU without a barrel at the ODU. In deciding on a new ODU location, evaluate safe access to the L&B and all other parts of the ODU as part of that process. Then, when assembling the new ODU, cut a piece of cable long enough for your ODU drop and use that piece of cable as the tuning jumper. Once the ODU is securely mounted, aligned, and peaked, simply install a service loop without a barrel and route the cable to the ground block location. It is possible to be barrel-free at ODUs on service calls and upgrades too. If the ODU drop is 20 feet or less, inspect, repair, and torque all L&B connections, then reinstall the L&B and connect a long jumper between the input connector at the approved ground device and aim for aligning and peaking. If the ODU drop is longer than 20 feet and the feed arm has a L&B quick release, remove the L&B and connect a short jumper for aligning and peaking. Then, realign the ODU. Finally, inspect and repair the existing cable and connectors before reinstalling the L&B. The quick release L&B clamp holds the L&B secure enough that realigning the ODU after L&B replacement or reinstallation is not required. However, if the ODU drop is longer than 20 feet and the KA L&B is attached with nuts and bolts, or the L&B cannot be safely accessed without turning the ODU, it is okay to add a tuning barrel at the top of the service loop. Again, just be sure to weatherproof and torque that connection. Let's all make it our goal to be barrel-free whenever possible. It makes for one less point of failure, and I think we can all use that.
One of the best ways to prepare for success is using the right tool for the right job. It's a concept we've based our field toolkit on, providing technicians and support organizations with applications and systems that will allow them to succeed at their work. This toolkit's going to get a bit of an upgrade in the coming months. You may have heard the acronym WFE recently.
WFE.
Or maybe you've heard the word EDGE.
Edge.
These refer to some of the new applications and systems that will be rolling out in the next few months to get all of our teams on the same platforms, making it easier for everyone to serve the customer. WFE stands for Workflow Engine, and it will replace FSTP as the handheld application used out in the field. EDGE will replace Rio and Partner Portal as the system that dispatch organizations and TSC use to manage, scheduling, and assist with work orders. Don't worry too much. I know it may sound like a huge change. A lot of what you'll see will look and feel familiar to what you're already doing. A lot of people have been hard at work over several months, making sure that you'll see a lot of similarities between what you already have been working with and the new systems. You won't have to forget everything you've learned. In fact, you'll probably find some improvements have been built into these new applications. For example, there is reference material built into each screen in WFE. For technicians out in the field, that means more support at each step of the way. One of the cool things about WFE is that it works with a program called the Professor that gauges how proficient you are with a product. The better a technician's performance is, and the more times they go through a particular workflow, the system recognizes that technician needs less support and reduces the amount of material and screens to go through. Don't worry though, we're not going to just hand you a login and send you on your way. Training will be held to educate teams on these new applications and systems, and support resources will be available. We will also actively work with our pilot sites to get feedback and incorporate as much as we can to make this as effortless and seamless a transition as possible. As we move towards this shiny new future, we're going to need your help. We're still working to make this experience as good as possible, and it may take a little bit of time to fully roll out some functionality and enhancements on these systems and applications. There will also be some changes along the way, and we appreciate your understanding and help as we work to refine these new tools. All these efforts help us move farther down the path of a seamless and exceptional customer experience for all of our products. And that's something to be excited about.
DirecTV Now, it's happening now. You may have heard about this new over-the-top service that AT&T has introduced. DirecTV Now gives customers a streaming-only option delivered over the internet that offers them live TV and on-demand content without traditional DirecTV or UVerse TV installed. DirecTV Now doesn't require a professional installation, so customers can set it up themselves, but we wanted to make the field aware of the service. In situations when DirecTV or UVerse installation can't be completed due to issues like line of sight or lack of landlord permission, technicians can provide information on DirecTV Now to customers and let them know they can visit directvnow.com to learn more. Please keep in mind, though, that DirecTV Now is a completely separate offering from DirecTV or UVerse, so it should only be mentioned to customers when those services can't be installed. So if a customer has TV service via DirecTV or UVerse or is getting it installed, please do not proactively mention DirecTV Now. The DirecTV and UVerse apps offer similar streaming capabilities for subscribers of those services, so also having DirecTV Now would be redundant. To access DirecTV Now, customers don't need a set-top box. Content can be streamed using apps on compatible mobile devices, web browsers, and streaming media players like Apple TV, Chromecast, or Amazon Fire TV or Stick. DirecTV Now has programming packages modeled after those available on DirecTV, and add-on packages like HBO and Cinemax are also offered. Customers will need high-speed broadband service to stream DirecTV Now content. It's recommended DirecTV Now be used with a connection of at least 12 megabits per second downstream. If customers want more information or would like to take advantage of a free trial period, they can sign up at directvnow.com. As we've said, DirecTV Now can be suggested to customers when DirecTV or UVerse can't be installed. It's not intended as a complete replacement across the board for DirecTV or UVerse, and customers can choose which product fits their needs best. Since DirecTV Now only supports 2 streams at once, DirecTV and a Genie solution may be preferable for a household where multiple people may want to watch different shows at the same time. At launch, DirecTV Now doesn't feature DVR functionality, though it is something being worked on for the future. If a customer likes having the ability to time shift what they watch, they may be interested in a DirecTV installation that features a Genie. The ability to live stream local channels on DirecTV Now is currently limited to certain markets and networks. If a customer lives in an area where streaming of local channels is not available through DirecTV Now, the customer may prefer DirecTV so they can watch shows carried on those channels. AT&T wants to reach all potential customers with great content however they want to watch it. With a great lineup of services that includes DirecTV, UVerse, and DirecTV Now, AT&T offers a variety of ways that customers can watch their favorite shows and movies.